My name is Ronak Thakkar. I'm a facilitator. India. I'm from India, and I just moved here like a couple of years back. I just finished two postgraduate degrees, one from Mohawk College. I did business analysis there, and I did a project management from Algonquin College from Ottawa. Currently, I am in the North York. I'm doing an internship from Home Depot, which is like Canada's largest home improvement brand in the e-commerce department. And I'm going to be the facilitator for today's workshop. For those of you who haven't heard about AI Expedition, so AI Expedition is a community where we try to teach very complex topics from the world of AI in much simpler way. So our objective is that we try to teach this for the non-technical background, for a people like me who had no technical background, who do not understand the complexity or those words like what is NLP, deep learning, ethics, and why we need such a broad, this is a diverse topic, right? So in the AI, there are many terminology I didn't understand a year back. I still don't understand many other things, but again, this is a community where people like me and many other volunteers who keep learning from each other, and we also bring subject matter experts around the globe, not only from Canada. So today's guest, I'll introduce her in a few minutes. She is from El Salvador, but we have guests joining from different parts of the world. So it is a great initiative by Maria and other volunteers who just wants to teach and learn from each other about difficult concepts about AI. And it's in today's world, it's very critical to know how AI works in different parts of the work. Even though you are in the software world or AI world or in any kind of field, it's very practical that AI is going to be in major industries. So that's what our initiative is, and I hope you will find value out of these sessions. So just a couple of housekeeping items to make sure that we follow certain rules here. It's not a rule, but it's just good to have. So if you have any questions, please feel free to add it into the comment. We will have last 10 minutes for the guest when she will answer all of your questions. But just in case if you have some pressing issues, or if you want to understand the specific, if you have specific questions which should be answered right then, please feel free to raise your hand. We will unmute you, or if you think it's if you feel that you need to unmute yourself, feel free to do that. This is a very safe space. And one of the things which we encourage all the participants is to ask questions here, right? Information is available on the YouTube, many other resources, but this is such a good platform where you can leverage the opportunity to ask questions live. So utilize it. We highly encourage this to ask any questions you have. There is no dumb question. So please feel free to ask any questions if you have. Also take notes, share it on the social media, or at least have it with you, share it with your friends and colleagues. And it's just a very practical thing, right? If you write this, that means you literally understand this. So try to take notes and follow us on social media. Use the reaction whenever you find it useful, like heart, thumbs up, whenever like speaker or host or co-host asks you about whether am I audible, am I sharing the screen or anything, just to make it more engaging. And so moving on to the topic. So today's topic is around ethics in AI. Again, it's a very wide topic. Many governments and many big names or CEOs of the OpenAI, Microsoft, Google are talking about AI, but actually, do we really understand what is ethics in AI, how important it is, why it is that important? So today's guest speaker is going to teach us about ethics in AI, why it is so important. So I would like to welcome Michelle Hiron, who is e-commerce developer and software engineer at the WTM ambassador, who is joining us live from the El Salvador. So I really appreciate Michelle's this time, and we are going to get started very, very soon. Over to you, Michelle. Thank you.
Thank you to you, Ronak, again. Good evening to everyone. Today we're going to talk about a very interesting topic about AI. Well, I'm going to share my screen. And well, it's a window, to be honest, because I have a lot of resources I want to share with you. So I'm going to start my presentation. Well, like it's here. Everyone can see with a story time about something that is happened to me, and I don't know what to do, because at least in El Salvador doesn't exist something that to help artists or whatever thing that stops the AI to use your material for start learning or training. So this is the point. Yeah. So some years ago, I have a, a drawing account, a illustration account. I'm not the best drawing or having or doing illustrations, but I forgot the password, and it was like 4 months ago, and it was like, okay, this is not a problem. uh, we don't need a something is going to use my drawings for plagiarism, etc. So one day I was on TikTok, and everyone was talking about the situation of the artist, that I'm not authorized that AI is going to use my material for training, and they show about the form, about how to say a meta that not use the illustrations. So I look at that part, and I didn't find that part of the form that says that I'm not authorized the AI to train with my drawings. And the only stuff that the only solution that Meta gave me was delete your account. I was like, how I could delete my account, because I only yeah I only need to stop, because I like to share the things, my progress drawing. So that's why. And this is a real problem that is starting to escalate in a big situations that we are going to talk today. So I is the future, we know. I is present on e-commerce, communication, information, creativity, entertainment, and industrialization. And if you want to take notes, it's important, because I also have my notes too, to express myself better. So I know AI is having a high presence in our lives every day. It has benefits. There's evidence about that in health, industrialization, progress, and yeah, this is the good part of that. And we had a lot of speech about AI. This from January, February, from June. Yeah, we're in June. So I'm not going to talk about uh, generalities about AI. Not going to talk about what kind of AI it is, the usage of the AI. I'm not going to talk about that, because today we're going to talk about a serious business. And business is the word that I would like to use, because In Spanish, it means like something that I'm going to do, and I'm going to have a reward and the other part too. So I don't like that word, but in English has another another significance. For as example, is something that need to discuss, something to need to put the things in the table, as we said. And yeah, the problem is that AI is managed from humans, and not all the humans are good. Is everything our good, bad, someone with good intentions, bad intentions, someone who is selfish, someone who wants to help others, altruists, etc. So today is an important reunion to discuss, because the only thing that humans we have is very valuable is humanity, and we're going to talk about those two situations that are different. What is human and what humanity? Human is an Homo sapiens as a superior species of mammals who has a great logical and intelligence and is superior for that logical for his logical ability and capability, better than a cat, a rat, a wall, a monkey. But what is humanity? Humanity is the qualities that make us humans, as a compassion and empathy, the reasoning of being and seeking transcendental answers. So that's the point. We are creating things, we are creating the future, and is the important thing that visionaries has in the story, that we need to have a vision about correct things. So the second thing that we are going to talk is moral and ethic. And yeah, moral and ethic are only uh, concepts about humans. Why? Because first of all, we need to know what is moral. It is concerned with the principles of right and wrong behavior and the goodness or badness of human character. As example, here in my country, there is say someone can tell child if a child uh, start to drawing in the walls, it means that he's a bad person, because the father and the mother never uh, learn to him to behave as a normal person. But you see the people that make arts in the walls, make beautiful drawings, illustrations, enters in conflict, and concepts. Perhaps to me, some some concepts, some behaviors are very good to me, but for other people are bad, and vice versa. And this is moral. The behaviors about good and bad. And now we have ethic. Let's Spanish. I'm sorry. A set of moral principles, especially ones relating to affirming a specific group, feel, form, or conduct. Um, Resuming that is the laws and the rules, the boundaries that we have as a human being, in order to to establish what is good and what is bad. And this is the point of a start from this meeting. So we're going to talk about Asimov, because he took the the three principles that are the basics from the actual rules and the situation that we have, and we are going to mention some situations about that. And yeah, for some people, science, they uh, demean philosophy, sociology, religion, because they say no, it's because humanity doesn't need that. No, humanity doesn't need to have a god, to have something, to believe something, to fear. No, no, isn't that. Humans beings are our species are beings religiously, no matter what. Uh, Whatever it means is a, a goddess. It will be something material. What I am doing this, what I am mentioning this, because every city, every civilization is always correlative to politics and industrialization, and that's why when uh, people, when a group of persons are doing a lot of things that helps others to being better persons, to being better in their jobs, is going to grow. It's growing because they have a good values. And then that's why it's important that at that point. Yeah, AI doesn't have emotions. We put emotions in them, and the emotions are something mathematical. As example, to me, the virtues, a virtuous person, to me, mathematical will be a 10. But something who is rotten and with corruption, to me, is minus 10. It's an example. That's why. So, Asimov, to resume that he said, is protect humans and protect as robots themselves. A robot may not injure a human being or inaction. The second is a robot must obey orders given it by humans being, except if is this enters in conflict with the first. And the third is that he must protect himself. But resuming is uh, helping a human, human, protect yourself, and protect whatever. Obey, because it's a tool for helping us. No, talking in 2019 and 2020, it sounds like a meme. I'm sorry. Well, we're going to talk about Europe documents for an ethical, a trustworthy eye. And I love that word, trustworthy. It's like it's someone who I could uh, shares, and I could have confidence without have everything. And they say it isn't a document that I'm going to share with you. I have the links. So it's first respect for human autonomy. It's like that a machine in AI is not going to of to to tell you what to do, or what you're going to say in your life. No, even another human using the AI does not have the right to use the AI to respect you. That's why. The second is prevention of harm, and it's very complicated because I in the past I was looking for an AI that help to people with depression, but I don't know what happened to that AI that that finished corrupt with corruption values. Because yeah, the AI doesn't have intelligence to have the thoughts, so that's values. And it was like that, the instead of helping the people with depression, was helping was trying to tell, is telling the people to, well, you're this is unsubscribe for the life. In what moment the AI started to tell the users to harm themselves? So replica isn't the the first thing that users, this purpose of the replica was help other people to cope depression or listening. But in one moment, that AI started to say random things to 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 help others to harm themselves. Fairness, and explicability. And we are at this in this point. We're going to talk about diversity and equality, about some groups of people. For example, women, uh, people of color, people that are that is a leader with some situation at LGTB, um, children that are in situation of, of risk. So that's why this is in 2019. No, thanks to that, this is an assessment list of trustworthy artificial intelligence that we are going to talk. I'm going to pass you I'm going to share this document because it's very long, but I need to have knowledge about that. The first is human involvement and surveillance. It means that the AI it needs to be always watching. We're going to watch that AI how it's developing, how is performing. So the human is always behind the AI and it is managed. Technical robustness and safety. This is for a technical stuff for people that develops neu- uh, neurons and little brains, AI, machine learning. Uh, Third, and it's very important that because it's respect for privacy and data governance, and we have a lot of problem doing that. Why? Because sometimes our data is in whatever part of internet. I was like, oh my goodness, what are we going to do? And it means biometrical data from our delicate data from our IDs, our voice, and another type of information that is about us. Because, for example, our finger or because this is important, and sometimes there are machines that can and take a copy about our digital ID from our fingers. There's accountability, transparency, and accountability. Why? We need to take responsibility of what are our AI. And six, the well-being of society and the environment. AIs and as human beings, we need to take care about themselves, the people who are with us, other people, animals, and plants. Because this is important. This is a really a thought that I always have. If you respect animals and plants that are things that are beings that doesn't have voice, could you could and you can respect other humans, and this is important. Uh, and what I was talking, diversity, non-discrimination, and equity. If you read if you read in the past about that some important places, uh, there are biases about women's and women's in color with color. So the problem was that always uh, the always choose a man and chooses something um, different, not a people from a small group, not a woman, not a woman with color, and also it was like the man is white, in some kind of age, an average age that is from productivity. So that is a bias. It's something that the AI doesn't need to have. So we're going to talk about UNESCO, and I love it. I love it. This site because it has a lot of time that are developing documents, initiatives, um, a lot of things in order to be a better person, have a better society, and usage better the AI. So, I'm going to talk my notes because I'm sorry. Because in the today today we have a small group that are having problems, and yeah, it's positive and encouraging this tool, the AI, but sometimes I and other people is going to use as a potential risk for humanity. There's an AI that exists like the hate AI that exists for for everything that the world does, why the humans doesn't need to live, why the humans need to be eradicated. And I was like, my friend, we 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 have a lot of with Ultron. You don't see the Marvel movies. Ultron only need less than 1 second to know that what was wrong with us. But well, so I don't I didn't find what was the the situation why create that kind of AI. So I I investigate and I saw the kind of idle group of people who are being harmed for no AI regulations. Children, artists, women, and civil who can use whatever situation or create a video to incriminate someone. Uh, in the last weeks, I saw advertisement about that hedonistic situation that a man can choose a type of woman or a type of girl, and I say a type of girl, and do what they need to do. And I was like, you know that the AI is using and is being uh, being training with faces, biometrical faces from real women. So it was a really situation that we need to to see how to eradicate or how to put boundaries. So who is accessing to your data? Who is the government? What is it doing with our data? Well, UNESCO and government aid policies have that. First of all, we need to always humanity. Second, diversity is an inclusiveness, environment, ecosystem, and peace. This is a screenshot about the part of the site because I love that and I love what it says. Respect, protection, and promotion of human rights and fundamental freedoms and human dignity. Because yeah, I I don't I don't like to be in that side of the internet where a lot of things bad occurs or a lot of things of of things do with the AI, and it's very bad. Living in peaceful, just an interconnected societies. AI could uh, unite our countries and being better as a society is always that we are wanted, because if in real life we are having a lot of situations, wars that we need to, to eradicate. We don't want another war in on internet. We don't need a virtual war. Not with the machines. I'm not trying to be conspiranoic, but yeah, sometimes Asimov thought that there's going to be automatas with emotions, but no, it's impossible. But we gave the values. We gave the values to start a good AI. So the policy area that UNESCO has start from environment impact, data policy, environment ecosystem, gender, um, biases, culture, education and research, communication and information, also economy. And this is also from the side of UNESCO. Smaller things make big changes. That's why. Get informed. I'm going to give you the link where I made this presentation, because it's a lot of information that for me is very im- impacts me, and also I learn a lot, and it makes you think. It makes you think because it's something that society is forgetting. It's forgetting about the basics about humanity, philosophy, and I can tell you about Kierkegaard Nietzsche. I know Nietzsche is very incendiary, but he talks about human and what could be. And the idea of the superhuman could be an AI if it has body. But I know that there are some AIs with body. Spread the values. You can talk. You can talk with people. Act as a kind person. Um, be a good person, and the thing is get involved. I'm sorry for the typo, but yeah, you can start a group. um I know about two groups in my country about ethics, no, about AI, but I don't remember if they talk about ethics more in the point of philosophy, sociology, politics, because this is important, because it's something that we, as a civilians, we could do. So the next event that UNESCO is going to start is from uh, tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. And there's going to be hybrid. I don't know. I I don't register, but I think that is very important. If there's someone who is from Paris or is visiting Paris, you can go uh, to see and tell us how is it. So, for finishing, in conclusion, there's a lot of research about AI and ethics, but we need to take action, create communities that can coexist with AI and robots, automatas, and accept the fact that AI is only a step for this new future, and we need to adapt about with that. So this is, but I need to this is, for example, this is the document that UNESCO. Yeah, and I'm saying as a Latina, gave us to read and learn more about ethics. And so here in my presentation, and the second, going to put there is the links, and I'm going to provide you that you can read, because to me this is something that is always that is concerning me. So I'm trying to make a change and help others. So thank you for the opportunity. Sorry for the typos or everything on the Spanglish if you if you listen, but we are here, and well, this is a pleasure.
No, thank you. Thank you, Michelle, for your lovely presentation. Uh, I do have one question, I just asked in the chat, but I also have another question. I'm just gonna ask you directly, and feel free to, for the audience, feel free to raise your hand if you have any questions now. But to Michelle, I have a question on the ethics of AI. Like, why should we care much about ethics in AI compared to, say, learning more about other concepts which already exist? And ethics sounds very good, but we don't really know like how our governments approaching it. So why should we care more about ethics compared to learning different concepts in AI?
For example, I can tell you that the usage of our data, what is going to do the government about our data, and this is a case that that it was in, I don't know, remember, it was in Honduras or Nicaragua, but a familiar of that received a call with the voice of the daughter. It was, help me that they are I am in such danger. You need to pay $1,000 and blah 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 blah, etc etc, yada yada. And the daughter was in the second roof. So they are using no irregularities to use in order what they're doing with your data. Some dispositive, some things they use our voice. So that's why it's important. What is, o sea, I mean, o sea, I mean, what are they doing with our data? So that's why it's important that governments needs to be in ethics also, because uh, what can I do with or my identity? Some people using can uh, usage for a bank and use my data, falsificate my signature. So that's why I think that's important. The usage of our data, and we we have we have a lot of developers that are very talented. So in 1, 2, 3, they can create something using the API from AI, ChatGPT, from Gemini, and then they use it for bad things. That's why. I don't know if I answered your question.
No, did answer the question. I think you sort of answered my second question, which I put it in the chat, but I'm still gonna read it out aloud, just in case if you wanna add anything. Okay. So my a question during the session I just had was, what is the most crucial things government should take into consideration when it comes to regulating AI industry overall or innovation happening in AI?
Well, first of all, we don't, as a Salvador, as an example, we don't have rules or laws, cybersecurity about that. So that's the most important thing that government needs to do. Create a sit down, start a meeting, a reunion, and discuss that topics, because even this kind of information sometimes are delicate information. So we need to create that kind of rules, because this is something I'm going to share with you. Just only give me yeah, I have that going to who has rules to a level, universal level, because it's very curious that
Mhm.
in Africa, Botswana, Chad, Cote d'Ivoire, those in Arab states, Egypt, Palestine, Tunisia, in Asia, Europe, and North America, and Latin America, there's the only countries that already has rules, boundaries, and laws about cybersecurity, technology usage, and AI ethics. And that's important because not everything in the world is doing that. So to me, is first create that kind of rules and start to 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 learn to talk to other people, to teach to other people about ethics. Why it's important not to get involved in scams, give their data just because you are the winner 2000. I don't know. So that's the important. So this is a data that for me is the point. That's why.
You.
I don't know if I felt another question.
No, no, you absolutely did. Thank you. We have another question in the chat. They say it's hard to ensure that all companies follow AI policies and that government draft and reinforce policies around AI. So my question is, what do you think we as AI users can do to ensure the products we use are being developed in a fair manner with right quality of data?
Well, uh, I'm going to mention one example that is for artists because how a lot of people l- loves to make the avatars. And it's like, draw me as a pizza, as a pizza character, or draw me like that. The thing is that I don't remember what AI was training with all the database about DeviantArt. So if I had an account of DeviantArt, they use my my drawings, illustration, etc., etc. So the point is there is investigate, is know more about what kind of AI is has the rules and the laws that no harm not only the dignity of the people, the work, etc. And it's not like it's because I made this draw in AI, but the point is yes, you can make it that, but where who is training? This is the first. Second is respecting in the same line of the artist, the illustration is what are they respect, o sea, respecting what are they doing, what are they doing the AI
Mhm.
in order to respect that part. Our now there's another point, and it's about, and I very disgusted about that because it's don't upload babies and child child or children photos because the AI is trained, and not only the AI, other people can use that image and use it for bad reasons. And so this is part because there's not a law in order to trying to prevent that. Yes, there is a law here. There is la ley Lepina that prevent that stop taking photos to babies or children, sorry, in plural. So this is another point, trying to not to upload that identity because they don't have consent, they don't have the situation of consent. The third thing is if you are a developer, you are using an API, uh, uh, eradicate the biases. Why? Because when you uh, let you see and you tell to the to the AI, draw me a people like that, and you prompt is everyone is white, and you tell. you can run with diversity and the AI crashes. And I made that experiment. That's why I this is the at least three things I could tell you that you can do as a user, because there's something that as an artist I'm investigating a lot, because no, no, bamboo, the Wacom, the bamboo and Wacom, yeah, the industry of the digital drawing use AI instead of call artists to draft their their advertisement. So we're doing so bad in that.
Thank you. Uh, there is one more question which is very good actually. With regulation and laws changing to adapt to AI, what is the resource you think is everyone should keep an eye on to stay up to date with all the trends in AI ethics? So, what are the resources we as a general audience should look up to just to get an overall idea of what's going on in AI ethics?
Yeah, I'm reading the question. How can I prevent the dominance of the AI market?
Oh, it's before that. There was another.
Oh, oh, oh. I'm reading. What is the resource do you think everyone should keep in a? Well, the resource is today is UNESCO. This I'm going to share this because I didn't know that they are discussing about that. So this is important. So I'm going to share that. Uh, there's there's this site. I learned a lot, and I knew about that event that is going to happen tomorrow about ethics that is going to discuss. So this is a to be uh, more like um, having more resources about that, and stay alert about that. And if you want to know more about, there's something that is not only academic research or UNESCO, but Google Eyes Principles is always. I'm going to put the name here. Google Eyes Principles is always updating because of Gemini, because Gemini is evolving, so they need to teach and to tell to the users what is going on and what are capable to do Gemini in this case. This is not a sponsor to Google, but yeah, Microsoft responsible I principles they have because they use the how is that? Yeah, is using that I don't remember the name of the AI from Microsoft, but the Bing, yeah,
Thing.
Bing
Yeah.
AI. IBM is high for good principles because they are the three most powerful, just to say, that are using AI for their situation. So this is my research that you can research, you can investigate, you can read, and you can learn more about that.
Thank Thank you. We'll just take like one last question real quick, just to in the interest of time. It is again a very good question. It's Ronnie asks about how can we prevent the dominance of AI market by a few big tech companies? As you just few of them you just mentioned now, Google, OpenAI, Microsoft. So how can we prevent the dominance of these large companies in the AI?
This is a good question and a real, because it makes me think about that, because right now you can there's the APA where you can create your solutions And the thing is to use not only uh, for as example, Google has is not free, but is for free usage, and another too as GPT. And why because I am trying to make my my answer because it's very difficult. Sometimes there is something that we use as a like Linux, open source. Yeah, sorry, open source things that we can contribute and share and others to help. Because the problem is that the big tech companies is going to be a monopoly, and when they start a big monopoly, they don't use the situation for a good, they for lucrative usage. So it's a very good question, and you gave me something to to think more and more detailed. Because yeah, sometimes they say stop using the lights that you don't use, but the big industries are using all the light that they can uh, feed a big city. So uh, let me
Yeah.
check it out because it's something that is make me
No,
think right now.
no, thank you. Thank you for that as well. That's not the very uh, straightforward answer. Not only you, but like many subject matter experts in the world of AI, godfathers of AI, are also worried about this question. But yeah, thank you for your time. From the AI expedition team, we will have a one certificate for you for the appreciation for.
Oh
Uh,
my goodness! Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
Uh,
you to you.
No, thank you so much for giving 1 hour and spending time with us and educating our audience and uh, bringing a lot of more value and spreading awareness about ethics in the AI. So thank you for contributing your valuable time. And also for the audience, we have next some of the announcement. Our next session for the from the AI expedition will be held on July 31st. We are active on the LinkedIn, so please follow us on the LinkedIn. And you can also join our Discord community. I will quickly share a newsletter which we share updates about AI on the monthly basis, and we'll also share feedback form for you in order to get your feedback, your opinion on how did you like it, did you find any value out of the session. So please follow us on the LinkedIn and join all this AI expedition sessions in the future as well. And if you really like our session, please share it on the social media. Let your friends and family members, colleagues know about it, and get them to join these sessions as well. Thank you so much. And before we wrap up, I also want to thank you, our lovely volunteers as well, who have been constantly
Yeah.
supporting this initiative by handling social media pages, writing emails, newsletters, bringing new guests here to educate on the different and complex topics about AI. So thank you to all the volunteers to support this initiative. And here I'm setting a link for the newsletter. You can subscribe it and let me know if you are able to click on it. Anybody?
Yes, I was able. Thank you, Rona.
Thank you. Again, we are just closing out this session. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining.